Feet are in the center of your mat. Toes and knees are facing forward. Place your hands on your shoulders. Lower your shoulders. Draw your elbows up. Squeeze your shoulder blades together behind you. Bring your belly button to your spine. Tuck it underneath your rib cage. Allow your tail to get nice and heavy. Drop it down in between those heels. Pop your right heel up. Switch left heel. Switch. Rolling through the bottoms of the feet. Tempo. 8, 7. You got it. 6, 5. Shoulders down, long neck. 4, 3. Belly in, tail heavy. 2. Lower both of your heels. Right high knee, left high knee. Drive your knee up more so than dropping your chest down. Make your knee get high. Keep your chest lifted. Stack your shoulders, hips. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotate opposite elbow, opposite knee. Try not to pull your inner thigh in, right? So your knee stays straight. It's your torso that rotates. Point your toes, please, and thank you. Here's 3, 2. Straighten your legs, straighten your arms. Lift, kick, lift, kick. Belly in. Good. Rotate. Bend your knee. Open up your hip. Good. Now it's a little attitude. Up, rotate, up, rotate. Lift through the arch of your foot. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels together. Toes and knees turned out. Releve. Bend your knees. Plie. Squat. Off those heels. Diamond shape, single tempo. 1 up, 1 down. 1 lift, 1 lower. Stack your shoulders, hip, tail is heavy. Belly button pulling into your spine. 4, 3, 2. Bend your knees, sink your hips in, hold pulse. 8, 7, 6. Draw your arms up overhead. 4, 3, 2. Hold it low. Lift through your heels, pulse. 8, 7. Cheeks are tight. Thighs press back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your heels. Lower your hands. Step your feet. Draw your arms out wide. Bend the knees. Sink the hips. Weight is in those heels. Shoulders down. Elbows up. 4, 3. Bring your kneecaps with you. Ignite your quads. 2. Hold it low. Little pulse. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3. Bring your left hand to meet your right hand. Right hand to left. Rotate, pull open. Left to right. Good. Now bring your feet. Lunge. Open. Pivot. 4, 3, 2. Hold it wide. Hold it open. Pulse. 8, 7, 6. Elbow scoop up and back. 4, 3. Alternate. Side lunge. Right, left. Right, left. Weight is in your heels. Send your tail back. You're hinging at your hips. Heart forward. 4, 3, 2. Sweep the floor. Getting more of that upper body engaged. 4, 3, 2. Lift your chest up. Sweep, sweep. Good. Belly in, shoulders down. 4, 3. Take it overhead. Let's go side lean. 4, 3. Hands on your hips. Step, tap, side to side. Tap, tap. Open up the hips. Press the eyes of the hips forward, forward. Belly in, stand up tall. Here's 4, 3, 2. Ground those feet. Inhale. Toes in, exhale. Hinge at those hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Pull that belly in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale. Toes and knees face forward. Soften those knees. Drop your head. Drop your tail, roll it up. Let's get to work. First move, heels together, toes and knees turn out. First option, right, up, down, left, or out, in, lift, lower, out, in, lift, lower. Toes and knees are turned out. That's an external rotation from the hip joint, shoulders down. Soft, smooth arms. Out, in, rise up off those heels. Out, in, ground through the balls of your feet. Squeeze your booty. Soft landings. Soft, soft. Good. Bend your knees. Good. You don't have to jump. It can be a step out. Your form is still your number one priority. Shake it out. Step your feet out nice and wide. Right, left, double knee bend, releve, or jump to the right side. Right, left, center, explode. Right, left, center, explode. Set the weight in your heels. You want to get lower to the floor? You bend your knees. You do not keep your hips high and drop your chest, right? So even if you have to move slower through this sequence, that doesn't matter. What will always and only matter is your form and alignment. Don't be afraid to take it slow. Break it down. Wide stance. Woo. Turn to the left. Two options here. Chair squat, feet are hip distance apart. Tail down. Right foot steps back. Left foot steps back. Hold it here. Lift your left heel. Hands touch the floor. Return back. Left knee drops. Chair reverse. And then you lift. Chair, lunge, scale. Option 2, 3 lunge jumps. 3, 2, scale. 3, 2, scale. Drive that heel. The only reason your chest is lowering is because you're driving that heel up, right? So you're not allowed to lower and then kick. It's a lift, lift, lift. Did you start your watch? Gotta get this credit. We are down on the left side of the mat. Curtsy, passe, curtsy, lateral hop. Join me now, please, and thank you. Side press, side jump. Use the length of your mat, right? I don't want puny jumps. I want explosive ones. Down, up, bend your back knee. Knee bends, lift, bend, press, down. Doesn't have to be pretty, right? It's supposed to be hard. Cardio is hardio. Down, up, down, fly across. Down, up. Are you watching that timer? I was watching it. We're in a plank. Heels on top of toes, shoulders on top of wrists. Option. Step up, butt down. Step up, butt down. Lift off of those heels. Lower hands, step back. Step back. That's 1. Option 2. Hop up, explode, jump back. If you need a recovery and you don't want to quit, down dog, plank. If you feel like you are losing that core engagement, drop to your knees, keep your toes tucked under. You can hop up from your knees. But this is better than this. I hope that makes sense, right? Notice if you're sagging in your belly, Drop to your knees. That's round one. We're kind of doing an inside out bar athlete extreme. 4 of these rounds are intense. That last one we slow down. Where usually that last one gets spicy. We have 4 rounds of spice, right? So make sure you're breathing. Make sure you are following a tempo that you can do for 45 seconds, right? I can feel my heart pumping. So I'm slowing it down. No jumping for me just yet, right? Gotta catch my breath, because otherwise my form is going down the tubes. I feel ready. Out, in, lift lower, sink, squeeze. Heels must connect. Out, connect, lift, connect. Out, connect. Alternating side lunges. That opposite hand is reaching for your foot. Left, right, double bend in the center, releve, or jump. Left, right, down, good. Hips are low, knees are bent. Hips are low, knees are bent. Chest is still lifted. It's not a forward fold. It is a deep, wide squat. Down. Weight is in the heel. Shift it back. Off those toes. Less than 10 seconds to go. Yes, you can. 10 seconds. Turn to the right. Hoi. 2 options. Chair reverse lunge, scale, or 3 lunge jumps, or a combo of both. Down. Center back. I changed sides if you're paying attention to me, because I just realized I was doing the same side as round 1. Less than 15, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Don't hyperextend that knee in front. Curtsies. We're breathing now. Start on the right side. Toes and knees turned out. We're moving quick. Down, up. Full range of motion on that curtsy. Knee down. Press up. Keep that hip open. It's not a high knee. It's a figure 4. Make sure that toe touches your standing leg. Because if it's too high out, you're hiking the hip and you're off balance. First cross, down, up. We're almost there. Chest is tall. Use the length of that mat. Ballerina burpee. Step or hop. Jump or releve. Lots of options. The only way you modify is if you feel like you are too out of breath to do a notch up, or if you know your form isn't right. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure your form is on lock. Then master that, step it up a notch. Maybe not today, maybe not ever. The good thing about Barre, it never gets easier, right? Even if you modify, it's still challenging. That's round 2. Top of round 3. In 3, 2, 1. Make it happen. Out, in, up, down. Take it wide, in and out. Lift to the sky, right? Hard recovery. But guess what? Balance is still hard. So just because you're not jumping or you're moving at a swift pace doesn't mean it's easy. But you do get a hair of a break. So take it. Don't jip yourself. Tippy toes. Weight is in the heels. Stack ear, shoulders, hips. Ear, shoulders, hips. Ear, shoulders, hips. Wrists go right on top of ears, shoulders, hips. Alternating. Side lunge. We're tapping those toes. We're squatting wide. We're jumping. We're rising off our heels. Let's go. Down, up. When one knee bends, the other must extend. It's not a halvesy, right? Press into the base of that foot. Press into the base of that foot. Drive into your heels, chest up, tail down. Explode. Down, across, center, reach high. Down, across, center. Good. When you're in your center, don't allow those knees to buckle forward. Press them back towards your pinky toes. You feel that in the outer inner thighs and the glutes? Yes, ma'am. We have our lunges. I'm going to start with the alternating lunge jump. See where I get. 3, 2, 1. Lift. Lower. 3, 2, 1. 1 down. 3, 2, 1. 1 down. Good. When you are jumping, are you tense in your upper body? Right? Try to relax and explode through the lower body, right? Not clenching and lifting your upper body. That's relaxed, right? This is off duty right now. It's in the lower body. Curtsies. Here we go. Toes and knees are turned out. Down, up, press. Down, up, big step. Down, up. Good. You can hinge at your hips without rounding in your back and shoulders, right? So hinge, not sag. Ballerina burpee. If there's an exercise that you don't like, tell me why. Are you out of breath? Do you think you look silly doing it? Are you struggling muscularly? What makes you have an aversion to that exercise, right? It's too hard for me. Slow it down, modify, right? I feel weird looking at it. You're at home. Nobody cares, right? So do what you need to do to push your needle. One more. One more. Catch your breath. Chest is still lifted even though you're breathing with your hands on your knees. Out, in. Big long length. Weight is in the heels. Heels. Big squat. Sink the hips. Little higher. Straight legs. Plie. Sink the hips. Up. Where you need to catch your breath without giving up and walking around, right? You can always take it down a notch. And then when you're ready, step it back up. You can do that. Feet wide, toes and knees facing the top corners of the mat. Left, right, center, sky. Sink your hips. Hips, drop, lift, down, down. If you releve, you must ground your heels before you drop. Because if you are bending your knee before those heels are down, you're about to roll an ankle, right? Think smarter, not harder. Don't make this more difficult. We are building strength in the joints. So don't chase the beat. Tempo never matters. Your alignment and safety always will. Is it fun to go to the music? Put that tempo in half. Yeah, now it's still fun. You're still going to the beat, right? Breathe. We have lunges, curtsy, ballerina burpees. 3 minutes of effort, less than 3 minutes of effort. 3, 2, 1. Your chest must be lifted in your lunges. The only reason it lowers is because you're a seesaw and that heel is driving you up. Otherwise, it becomes a forward fold, right? Activate the back of that leg. 3, 2. I was thinking, where is that timer? Last move. Excuse me. 2 more moves. Curtsy. Here we go. Bend back knee, lift up. Bend back knee, jump across. Down. Up. Stay low. Down. Stand tall. Down. Low. Can you go edge to edge? Get to the edge of that mat. I guess that will depend on the length of your legs, right? Try to explode as far across as you can. Hoy. 45 seconds. 45 seconds. I'm with you. I'm breathing heavy. This is hard. I want to go home. No, thank you. But think of how good you will feel when you have powered through something you want to give up on, right? It's only a minute. You're only going to be here for a minute. It's torturous, but we are preparing you for life. Because guess what? That's not easy either. This builds character. It will build muscle. You'll build endurance, right? But you are internally stronger by pushing yourself to a limit you didn't think you could go. Good. Everything in this next round isn't about being explosive or dynamic. It's about range of motion. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Open. Drive it in, stand tall. Lift lower. Left side. Sink. Bend, big diamond. Lengthen, highest you've been yet. Out. In. Can you bring your hips below your knees without tilting your tail and splaying your belly open? Maybe not, right? Maybe not. So you stay hips above those knees. Out, in. Up, down. Good. Weight is in your heels. Whoo. Feet are out wide. We're alternating, starting right, left, center, left, right. But this time, reach that left hand beyond your mat, not the toes. Reach beyond the mat. Reach in front and then drive straight up. Squeeze your bum, left side. Reach. Reach. Forward, tail back. Drive it up, straight arms. Slither to the other side. Double bend. Drive through the heels, stand tall. Left. Right, center, squat. Hamstrings. Center. Left, right. Get your quads involved. When you stand, bring your kneecaps with you. Turn to the left side of your mat. Okay. Elbows touch your knees. So you're in your low chair. Step your right foot back. Elbow continues to touch. Left foot back. Right foot back. This is not an arm rest, right? I'd rather you hover those elbows above your thighs than you lean in, right? This isn't a break. This is active recovery. We are still engaging in the muscles, but we're slowing the heartbeat down, right? We're not jumping. We're not flying side to side. Belly and tail down, chest proud. Can you tap that knee? Which means you have to control as you lower. Can't slam down. Connect those elbows. Right side of your mat. Repetitive. Curtsy passe. That's it. Curtsy passe, all on the right side. We'll take it to the left. Here we go. Down, up. I don't care the tempo. What I want is your range of motion. Get low to that knee. Push off, stand tall. Low to the knee. Hips stay level and square. How do you know if you're doing that or not? If you hike up, you're wobbling. Maybe we sweep our arms in opposite directions. Good. Don't pop your hip out. Bring that under. Chest up. Gaze forward. Big toe grounds down. Left side. I'm still breathing heavy. We've slowed things down, but those muscles are still alive. All we've done is tweaked. We've barely even changed how we've been moving, right? Slowing it down, still hard, right? Often unbearable, but now we can really hone in on our range of motion, on our balance, on our alignment, on our form. Heel is down, big toe presses. All pads of those toes down on that left side. Don't forget about that back knee. Squeeze your booty. Ignite your glutes, stand tall. One more. Next one, super easy. We're barely moving. We're barely moving. We're just holding a plank. You're either on your hands, your toes, your knees, your forearms. Belly in. Good. Split your shoulder blades apart, right? So if your chest was sagging, you can feel those shoulder blades squeezing. Push your hands in. Round your upper back ever so slightly. Butt is below your shoulders. Press your heels on top of your toes, right? Without planting your shoulders over your wrists. Heels above your toes. Good. You can come to your fists. You can lower to your forearms. Try to find stillness. Easier said than done. Drop to those knees. Point your toes. Sit back on the heels. I am proud of us. That is a class. Up. Hands behind your thighs. Not this. Guess why? You're not active in your core, right? It should be hard to sit straight up. You should feel that in your core, maybe in your hip flexors a little bit. Grabbing behind your thighs should help release those hip flexors from activating. Sit up. Good. Stack your shoulders, hips. As if you're getting sucker punched in the belly. C-shaped curve in your spine. A little further down. Sit up. C-shape a little further down. We are eventually making our way all the way down to the mat. Little lift, right? So it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. 2 steps, 1 step. Eventually you're going to get so low that you just got to lower it down, 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 down. Good. Relax your head. Release your neck and shoulders. Walk your heels in. Press your heels into the floor, and the small of your back, when you press your heels into the floor, should go flat, right? So that is number 1 priority, no matter what. Okay? Now, heels down, spine down, fingertips behind your ears. Did the small of your back lift up? If not, reset. Maybe your hands need to stay by your hips so you can feel that flat back. Good. Peel your head, neck, shoulders, and shoulder blades, right? So here are your shoulders, but those shoulder blades go down to your upper back. So I want you to lift those as well. As if I place kettlebells on the inside of those elbows. Draw those elbows out. I want a tennis ball underneath your chin and above your chest, right? So you cannot bring your chin to your chest. You cannot let your head fall back, chin to the sky. Get that tennis ball underneath your chin. Pulse crunch. Pulse crunch. Good. Is your belly button into your spine? Good. Relax your jaw. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release head, neck, and shoulders. And elbows. Let those elbows fall to the side. Reset. Ground your heels. Flatten your back so you'll feel your tail scoop and lift ever so slightly. I don't need a big tuck. I just want to scoop. Sitting up. So this is, I'm going to call a micro crunch, right? It's not a full sit up. We're just at a micro crunch. Sit up, micro crunch. Extend your right hand out to the side. Palm is lifted. Lower that pinky down to the hip. Palm is still lifted. You are still sitting up. Extend that arm out. Bring those fingertips back behind your ear. Lower down. Right side again. Sit up, extend and lower, return to the ear, lower down. Are you ready for a tempo? Sit up to the hip, to the ear, then we lower. Sit up to the hip, to the ear, down. 6 more. Sit up, little higher, release. Sit up, little higher, your highest, release. Hup. 2 more? Question mark? Last one. Up, out, around, and down. Beautiful. Good. As you fatigue in your core, you may feel this in your jaw and in your neck. I do not want your fingertips behind your ears to become your hands behind your head and you're just doing these nods, right? We still must activate the core whilst learning to release, right? Because your body's going to figure out a way to sit up, even if that's tensing in those areas. So just pay attention to that. Yes? Good. Let's do 32 crunches, micro pulse. Elbows wide. Here we go. 8, 7, ground those heels down. 6, fingertips behind your ears. 5, elbows out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoo, relax. Let those elbows fall out. And let's realign. Maybe those heels stay in line with your hips. Maybe you need to heel toe your way out. So your feet, as if you are a tricycle, those 2 tires in the back are always a little bit wider, right? So maybe you need that bigger base because you're starting to get tired everywhere else. Don't be afraid to adjust. Here we go. Sitting up. Extend your left arm out to the side. Bring your left arm to your hip. Extend it out. Return to your ear. Lower down. Palm is up the entire time. Here's your tempo. Sit up to the hip, to the ear, return down. Sit up, sit up, sit up, lower. Hop, high, highest, release. Up, high, highest, release. Crunch, little more, 3 more. Yes, you can crunch. High.
All you will see is a girl you once knew.
Great job.
Although she's dressed up to the nines.
You can windshield wiper those knees side to side. You may think that means we're coming to a close. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. But we are closer to the finish line. Sitting up. Head, neck, and shoulders. Shoulder blades. Sit up. Right knee lifts. See if you can get that knee on top of your hip and your ankle in line with your knee. 90-degree bend. Lower foot. Lower upper body. Crunch. High knee. Foot returns down. Release. Here's your tempo. Sit up. High knee. Low foot. Release. Up. High knee. Low foot. Release. Back is flat, please and thank you. 4 more. 4. Up higher, lower. Crunch, knee. Right? So we're really dissecting these movements. We're breaking it down to 4 beats. 2 more. 2, 3. Last one. Up. 2, 3. Micro crunch. Here we go. 8, 7, 6. Draw those elbows out. 5. If you need your hands by your hips. 4. Go for it. 3, 2. We're bringing that left knee up. Let's take 2 practice rounds. Sit up, knee on top of hip, right? This is easy. You can fly this up with momentum. This takes control. Knee and ankle in alignment. Lower foot, lower head. One more time. Sit up, knee, foot. Here we go. Up, 2, 3, 4. Up, 2, 3, 4. Flat back, belly button connects to the floor the whole time. When you move the lower part of your body while activating the core, you're now working those muscles underneath the belly button, right? Right below. Guess what? We're still working the upper. We've just now incorporated the lower. One more. Beautiful. Open your mouth nice and wide. Wiggle your jaw back and forth. Arms out to a T. Windshield wiper those knees. You may feel like we are done. We are not, but we are close. Stay with me. Fingertips behind the ears. Ground through the heels. Flatten your back. As you crunch, that is beat number 1. Beat number 2, hands down, knees up. Beat number 3, feet down, fingertips to ears. Beat number 4, we lower down. I am going to do that again slow with you while giving you modifications. Beat 1 is up. Beat 2, 1 foot at a time. Beat 3, 1 foot at a time. Beat 4, lower. How do you know if you need to do a modification? If you crunch up and then you start to lift as you lower, that is never allowed. But if you take it step by step, you will have more control in the engagement in your core. Are you ready? We have 8, 5, 6. Here we go. Sit up, knees and hands, feet and ears, lower down. That's 1. Up, in. That's 2. Belly button in towards your spine the entire time. Halfway there. Sit it up. Drive it. Return. Lower. You can do 2 of anything. You have 2 more. Up. 1 more. Up. Oh, well done. Extend your arms overhead. Clasp your hands together. Flip your palms away from the crown of your head. Windshield wiper your knees left to right, and then draw those heels all the way out. Begin to straighten your legs. Reach those palms out. Drive those heels long. Find your longest self of the day. Exhale. Lower those hands down by your hips as you walk your heels in, bending at the knees. Feet are flat. Bring your right knee into your chest. Slide your left heel out nice and long. Straighten your leg. Big hug. Relax head, neck, and shoulders onto the mat. Good. Bring your left knee into your chest. Drop your right foot. Slide that right heel out nice and long. Straighten your leg. Bring that knee into your chest. Keep it nice and square. Try to relax that right leg, right? So don't tense up. Just relax. Because as you lift that left knee, you'll feel it in your hamstring. But as you release that right side, you'll feel it in your quads and hip flexors. Good. Keep your left knee in. Bring your right knee up. Nice big hug, shoulder width apart. And then draw those knees out beyond your shoulders. Place your arms inside of your legs. Sit up, head, neck, and shoulders. Flex your feet. Hands on the outside of your foot. So you're grabbing your pinky toes. Release head, neck, and shoulders back down. As you do that, bring the soles of your feet up to the sky. You can rock in your happy baby. You can extend one leg. You can bring the soles of your feet together. You can try to stamp your feet onto the ceiling. And then as you exhale, use those hands, use that grip as resistance to drive those thighs into the floor. Release your hands, draw your knees together, and then keep your big toes touching. So big toes kiss, and just draw some big circles with those knees. A few in one direction, and then move a few in the other direction. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice tight hug. So lift your head, neck, shoulder blades. Give yourself a nice tight hug that your tail also comes off of the mat. So we're going to rock and roll north to south. So hips up, chest lifts, toes down. Hips up, toes down, chest up. Good. I want you to start to get some momentum. So lift through those hips, sit up tall. Next one, stand onto your feet without your hands. Heels together, toes and knees turned out. Clasp your hands behind your back, bend your knees, sink your hips. Draw those knuckles down, squeeze your shoulder blades. Open your chest and get your rib cage together. Belly button in. Keep your posture. Release